Have you ever had that feeling, that little jolt of fear when you're in the ocean and you can't see the bottom? You are definitely not alone. We're about to dive deep into one of the most common and powerful fears out there, the fear of sharks. It's a dread that lurks just below the surface for so many people. And today, we're going to bring it right out into the open.
So let's just ask it straight up. Why sharks? I mean, of all the creatures on this planet, what is it about them that can turn a perfect beach day into a total nightmare? It's way more than just the teeth. Trust me. We're going to unpack exactly where that deep, gut-level terror really comes from. There's actually a name for this. It's called Selachophobia. And the most important word in that definition is irrational. See, this isn't just about being smart and cautious when you're in the ocean. This is an intense, overwhelming fear that is completely out of proportion to the actual statistical risk.
So what does this phobia actually feel like? Well, for someone with Selachophobia, the ocean itself isn't the only trigger, not by a long shot. It could be a movie poster, a picture in a book, heck, sometimes even just the thought of a shark is enough to kick off some real distress.
So where in the world does a fear this powerful even begin? Well, it's rarely just one single thing. More often than not, it's a combination of factors that plant and water that little seed of dread, sometimes without us even realizing it's happening.
All right, so let's look at the most common starting points for Selachophobia. And you might be a little surprised by just how big of a deal some of these are, especially the one that probably just popped into your head.
Think about it for a second. For millions of people, this fear didn't start in the water. Nope, it started in a dark movie theater. Hollywood has done a real number on sharks, painting them as these relentless, unthinking monsters. And that image, it can totally overshadow reality. Now you combine that with a natural fear of deep water, maybe a bad experience at the beach as a kid, or even an underlying anxiety, and boom, you have the perfect storm for a phobia.
Now, a fear that's rooted this deeply, it doesn't just stay in your head. Oh no, it creates these real-world ripple effects, changing how you feel on the inside and completely altering how you act on the outside. So internally, the reaction can be immediate and very, very physical. Just being near the ocean can trigger a full-blown panic response. Your heart starts pounding, you might start sweating, even shaking. It's this involuntary, overwhelming physical reaction that just takes over your body.
So when your body has that kind of intense fight-or-flight reaction just from being near a beach, it's not something you can just ignore or push through. That internal panic almost always starts to control your external behavior.
That panic on the inside translates directly into avoidance on the outside. People with severe Selachophobia will go out of their way to stay away from beaches. They might even cancel vacation plans if it involves the ocean. It means they can't enjoy simple things like swimming with family and friends. It can become a genuinely limiting part of their life.
But, and this is the most important part of this whole thing, this fear is not a life sentence. There are clear, effective strategies for navigating these choppy waters and finding a way to manage and even overcome Selachophobia.
The path forward usually involves 3 key steps. First up, there's therapy. Techniques like CBT are fantastic for helping you reframe those fearful thoughts, and then gradually, in a safe way, reintroducing the source of the fear. Second, relaxation techniques. These are so crucial for managing that physical panic in the moment. And finally, number 3, education. This one is huge. Simply replacing the movie monster in your head with actual facts about real shark behavior can be incredibly powerful.
And really, that's the bottom line. Notice that key phrase right there, with proper support. This isn't something people have to face on their own. Through proven methods and the right guidance, it is absolutely possible to dial back the fear and reclaim a sense of comfort around the water.
So, we've seen how knowledge and support can help tame one of our most primal fears. It really makes you think, doesn't it? If we can learn to understand something as scary as a shark, what other depths, both out in the world and deep inside ourselves, are just waiting for us to explore?